Today I woke up and I think I was suffering a bit from burnout. I've been doing a lot of emotional thinking and stuff about my meds and what I'm going to be doing and planning for stuff. And we've got a lot of stuff going on in the family, so I know that my brain has been working a lot on stuff. So I woke up this morning, just didn't feel quite myself. I know I'm not happy on the meds I am, but luckily I had the phone call today and I don't have to take them anymore, and I can just wait for my new ones to come, so that's fantastic. Did make me feel very happy. So I was sort of deciding what to do, whether I just went back to bed and sort of rested, but I did have various things that I wanted to do. So I knew I didn't want to do any work because I just wasn't going to get anywhere. I wasn't feeling the mood, and as I said, I know, but I just sort of try and carry on doing things, it just doesn't work, and I end up even more tired. Couldn't quite work out how I was feeling, just because I struggle with that. So sort of sat for a bit, got a bit upset, cried a bit, and then found out my friend was in town and I had a few things that I needed to do in town, including sorting out my nose stud, which was really cool. And I thought that'll be great because it just means I get to walk along the river. I can immerse myself in nature and the elements, so that's something I quite often do when I don't feel sort of really grounded in myself and I'm struggling with things, is to just be in nature, like be aware of the ground underneath my feet and looking at the trees. And it's nice to walk along next to the river, and the wind was blowing and stuff, so it was quite nice just to have that space and just to be walking along. Had a really nice time in town with my friend, got my nose stud redone, got some new ones, which is really nice. And luckily that friend just isn't one who goes, so what's going on, blah, 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 blah. So I was just able to go, it's just loads of stuff going through my mind, the stuff with the drugs, etc, etc. And then had a really nice time again, got to walk along the river, so again felt quite grounded. And then this is what often happens when I give myself space to sort of stop and just not carry on with that big list of things that I need to do. So I don't even know where the recommendation for this came from, but I've been reading this book called Momo. And as I said, I don't know where, I sort of just go with things if somebody recommends something. So it probably was somebody's recommendation, or goodness knows where I found out about it from. But it's just, I would highly recommend it if you, I'm not going to ruin it because but I just got to a bit in this book, which I had no idea was going to happen because I know nothing about this book, where suddenly how I'd been feeling was like written in the pages of this book. So I'm not going to tell you what's in it. So I would highly recommend, if you like book recommendations, I would highly recommend. I haven't even finished it, as you can see. But there was just something in here about, there's like some stuff around storytelling and some stuff around time and stuff. So I'm not going to say anything more than that. Well, I could read you the back of it, couldn't I? Would you like to see where time comes from? So there's the thing about time. At the edge of the city, in the ruins of an old amphitheatre, there lives a little homeless girl called Momo. Momo has a special talent which she uses to help all her friends who come to visit her. Then one day the sinister man in grey arrive and silently take over the city. Only Momo has the power to resist them, and with the help of Professor Hora and his strange tortoise Cassiopeia, she travels beyond the boundaries of time to uncover their dark secrets. So you can see it's all about time. So it's really interesting that this morning I decided that because of how I was feeling, I needed to spend my time differently so that I wasn't going to hit like overwhelm. And then I gave myself space to read a bit more of this book, and I hadn't even read the back of that until just then. And it was talking about the mysteries of time and how it's very much like a fable about society and what we're told we should be doing and blah, 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 sort of. And I got time to read this book and hit a bit of it where I went, oh yeah, sometimes I think I should be doing certain things with my time to use it wisely. And now I'm reading a book where it's saying, isn't that interesting? And that I gave myself time and space to be in nature and sort of reground myself and get some stuff done that I needed to do, but wasn't what I was planning to do today. And had time for that phone call from the person who said I can stop taking the meds that make me feel rubbish, whereas I would have just kept taking them until the new ones arrived. And I gave myself space to time and space to pay for the prescription, and I might not have been able to do that because I wouldn't have answered the phone. So I just thought it was interesting that I'm beginning to notice more things and give myself the space and time, but also to go and regroup in nature, which is really important to me, but again, I quite often forget. So I just thought I'd share that with you because it was interesting, but I would highly recommend this book, and I haven't even finished it yet. So, also it's called Momo, and why wouldn't you like that? If you know about Avatar and the Last Airbender, I love Momo. Momo's cool. But anyway, thought I'd share. Whatever you do, remember you're amazing.